Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the last and biggest drop of the 2K26 news cycle. You might think the gameplay reveal is more important or the builder, but in total, the most people tune in to see that city. Now, right after I uploaded yesterday, 2K announced it in my video. I was like, hey, they haven't yet, but I did put it as the pinned comment in case you did not see it. Right here, the city reveal is August 27th at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. So tomorrow, on Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, guys, you already know the drill. If you want to see a stream from me, get this video to 5,000 likes by 9 a.m. tomorrow, and I will be live probably around that time, 9:30. If not, it's cool. You know, we didn't hit a like goal in the very beginning and I didn't stream, but the last like 3 times I've gave you guys a like goal, you've destroyed it, okay? So we have some very important information to go over from Mike Wang, and then we're going to get into some other news as well. So on August 1st, as you guys see, Mike Wang said, we spent some time tuning the dribbler's ability to start, stop, and cut. The speed and tightness of changing directions will vary based on ratings and dribble style. So Koza asked, hey, what ratings matter for that? Speed with ball and ball handle? If they do, which one matters more? Mike Wang replied, and he just said speed with ball is going to change the speed and tightness of changing directions on your build. That's very important because a lot of people are going like 86 speed with ball and they're going to max +2 it to get lightning launch on legend. But you might want to go 91 to get that extra speed with ball and then max +1 it to legend. I'm not telling you how to make your build, make it however you want. But guys, we got some really big news to get into right after I tell you how to make money on your phone through Winzo. Winzo has lots of games like dominoes, solitaire, bingo, chess, and more that can be as low as 20 cents per game, where you compete against real players, can win real money, yes, real money, that can be instantly withdrawn from your PayPal while getting no ads to interrupt your experience. Oh, and guess what? No RNG, and you'll always have someone new to play with 250+ million players worldwide. Winzo is also highly rated at 4.5 stars on the App Store and 4.4 on Trustpilot. You can get up to $10 when you download using my link in the description or just simply scanning the QR code on the screen. And for more ways to make money, the referral program gives you $2 real per friend referred. So with the unlimited options to make money on Winzo, you should sign up with the link in the description or the QR code on the screen. And thank you to Winzo for sponsoring this video. All right, guys, so this video actually has a lot of big news. Like, that information we just got from Mike Wang is huge on making your build, and I'm glad we got that before the game release, but we have some more to go over as well. So 2K, as you guys see right here, they dropped the VC prices. You can buy the Hall of Fame Season Pass, the Pro Pass, yesterday before the game has came out, before we have even seen the city, which is pretty crazy, but they are the same prices as last year. And that also does not tell us if builds are going to cost the same amount. We have to know once we load up the game. So we will see. But I know that a lot of people, I don't know what happened. Something must have went viral on TikTok, but there has been hundreds of people asking, are builds going to be $20? They're not going to be $20, bro. Trust me, they're not. Anyway, we got some info on the Season Pass, and it says 2K26 Pro Pass Season 1 takes your My Career and My Team experience to the next level, blah, blah, blah. The Pro Pass unlocks access to 40 levels of earnable premium rewards, including up to 45,000 VC. As you progress through the season on your way to level 40, you get the Season 1 Pro Pass and automatically receive a tactical bear helmet, a desert camo quilted jacket, and an amethyst Kevin Durant My Team card and a Season 1 Pro pack. So for us park players, you get a bear helmet and a camo quilted jacket for buying that pass. Now, of course, there's going to be more things inside of it, but we seen in Chico Filo's video right here where he played cash out on a 7'4" post score in the 1v1 tournament. It looks like he has a 5 next to his name, his level. So there's probably going to be rookie 1 through 5 again, superstar 1 through 5. I know some people are going to be upset about that because they want to see 1 through 3. It doesn't really matter as much to me. What I care about is if the rewards are good or not. That is where I care. We need to find out. We still don't know where a lot of these cap breakers are going to be unlocked, and we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Okay, so this guy asked Mike Wang, something you could consider when doing a momentum dribble or misdirection is to make the control either with or without turbo the whole time. Having to flick the right stick and then have to hold turbo and flick the left stick seems really awkward to do. Mike said without turbo will give you the signature size ups, with turbo will give you your escape moves. The momentums aren't too hard once you get the hang of it, and they're supposed to be pretty advanced moves. I love Mike Wang giving a professional PR trained response right there, basically saying, get better, buddy. It's an advanced move. It's supposed to be a little bit more difficult than most dribble moves, okay? Just like how they brought back the new misdirection, well, not the new misdirections, but the moves from like 2K23 and 2K24 that I've told you guys is the hardest moves to do in the game. They're not super hard to do, but they are definitely the hardest to trigger and consistently do into a combo. I'm glad that they are back. I'm glad that 2K is wanting some sort of skill gap in the dribbling this year. We will see. So anyway, I'm going to give you guys a long story short because this tweet went crazy. And as you all see right here, it is Steph Curry greening a shot over LeBron. You don't need to see the video. LeBron jumped early, and then Steph did a very quick release shot that was a green, and it basically was open. Cinco said, hand down when Steph got to the peak of the shot. That's open. Please don't change this contest system. Mike said, if a defender jumps early and you shoot just as he's about to land or just landed, his defensive impact drops considerably even if he's very close to you. I like that a lot. If you all watch it in, regular speed, you would have seen that clip and be like, But if you just watch it again, you pause at the release of the shot, it makes sense, and I'm glad 2K is doing this with the shot contest system so far. We seen an ankle breaker the other day where a guy got dropped to the ground in one of our previous videos. He was right next to the guy with the ball who took a shot, and it said open, open. In previous 2K, sometimes you would drop someone, they're on the ground, you take a jump shot and it'll give you like a lightly contest or even a tight contest, which is crazy. So at the moment, the contest system is looking better in 2K26, but of course things will probably change, so we gotta wait on that. All right, so check out these post go-to shots. Guys, I slept on these. Like, how many of them are going to be viable online? Like, it might catch you off guard once in a game, of course, and then you'll probably know it's coming. That LeBron hook is ridiculous. But the Wemby one is, as you guys know, if you've seen yesterday's video, only for 6'9" and under. But man, the post go-tos look really good. Really, really good, especially that Kyrie one, man. Anyway, we have a pretty big tweet here because a 2K employee, a longtime employee, Dazar, responded to it. And anyway, let's just read it. So Heck said, 2K attempts to the meta every year to keep things fresh and so that it doesn't feel like the same game every year. 2K25's ideal didn't work. That's not Sim or Comp's fault, that a miscalculation by the devs that decided to create the game. Y'all on the internet waffling and pointing fingers for the sake of rage bait and willful ignorance. As someone who doesn't care about who plays in which way, I encourage you to quit the nonsense. And Dazar said, thoughtful statement. I would take it a step further. The new technology set the direction for how 25 felt. In year 2, 2K26, and team has more tools and deeper implementation of new engine, which allows them to customize the tech to fit the type of game the community wants. That's basically it. So Dazar has talked about before how when they implement new technology, the first year it's new. It's got issues. It's a yearly release game. The second year they work on it better, and he usually says by the third year is when it's like really good. They got it down, and then they move on to other technology and stuff. So I thought maybe you guys would just want to see that right there. But real quick, let's just talk about my first build in 2K25. You guys see it was called my first NBA 2K25 build. It's not called the greatest build. It's not called the best build ever. It's not going to get you hoes. However, I'm going to name probably something really similar to that for my first 2K26 build video. I do not know about the game. I have not played it. It is not going to be titled anything crazy. I want you guys to watch the video. I'm telling you right now, please, when you click on it, I'm just going to show you the build right away probably, or tell you where to skip to if you want to see it right away. But please, guys, do not copy my build unless you really, really want to. But what I recommend is you use them as a template, okay? I play and I make builds for all types of modes. Sometimes I make a build for everything, an all-around build. Sometimes I make just a 2v2 build. Sometimes I make a build that's good for 2v2 and 3v3. Sometimes just 1v1. You see what I'm saying? So listening to why I made what I created is going to help you a lot. If you just go, oh, I know Badge is a good player, I'm going to make his build, and you don't play what mode I made the build around, well, you could have made your build a little bit better. Use my build as a template to create what you want. I think that's going to save you a lot of time if you want, right? Use it as a template. Go, okay, he's got this much pass accuracy. I want a little bit more. I'm going to drop this stat because I play Rec 5v5 or I play Pro-Am 5v5 and I want to have a little bit more sizzle on my passes. You know what I'm saying? But guys, I just wanted to let you know in advance that once again, I do not know the best build. However, I'm going to do my absolute best because I'm also spending money on the build to give you, from all the information we have gathered so far, from creators playing the game earlier, from seeing the builder, from the max plus ones, max plus twos, a good build. All right. Now, I've told you guys the reason why I have not made a build video yet, because you really can. You know, 2K26's builder is basically the exact same as 25 with very few changes. But the reason why I have not made a build video is because we don't know where we're going to get all these max plus ones and max plus twos. We know we're going to get one max plus one and one max plus two in the build specialization. My guess, very easy guess, is we're going to get a max plus one in the season pass, but are we going to get a max plus two? We don't know yet. Hopefully we see tomorrow in the city reveal. We should see some more information about that. But then there's the third one. Where do you get the third one? It's probably in the legend grind. We don't know. There's also cap breakers that we don't know of yet. As you guys see from one of the recent reveals, it says cap breakers can be earned from build specialization quest lines, season rewards, level rewards, and some other ways that we can't talk about just yet. So I believe my first build is going to be made around only 2 cap breakers, guys, and that is the build specialization ones, because I looked back at last year and I hit my starter 3 like 11 days into the game. But of course, when the game first comes out, it's my job. I'm playing it all day. It took me all day of playing and winning at a high rate to be able to get that. It's going to take most people maybe 30, 60 days to get that first set of cap breakers. So I'm going to show you guys probably my first build, and then also if you want a build around, you know, like 7 cap breakers, for example. But again, I do not know what's best, blah, blah, blah. I've already said it. You guys understand. I'm not trying to say like I'm above other creators because look at me. I'm not posting a build video. But I'm letting you guys just know that I don't really have enough information yet to feel comfortable with giving you guys a build video. Tomorrow, after this city information, most likely I could give you a build video before 2K26 comes out. I've already labbed up 2 different builds, okay? But I want to wait to see where we get a few more of these max plus ones and stuff. All right. I hope that wasn't too much yapping. I know you guys love the yap sessions that have been here for a long time. The newer people, they think that they're joining in on a hate train when they say yapping when you guys actually like it. But anyway, let's continue further. All right. So you might want to screenshot this. Pausing it really isn't going to do anything. It's not going to make you remember probably. But here is every takeover in 2K26. Shout out to I think it's Hitopotamus in the bottom right for this little graphic that he made where you can see all the requirements that you need, all the new takeovers. They've kind of changed them up a little bit. Paint Surgeon, Glue, I don't think was one. Crasher is a new one. Yeah, so there's 2 or 3 new ones. They've changed the requirements a little bit, and they've also cut them down from last year. You guys know they said there was like 22 takeovers last year, and now there's like 11 or something like that. So let's talk about gameplay for a minute, because, you know, Solo was on Twitter talking about we need to buff Plucks, and bro, we haven't seen the game yet. Just calm down, everybody. Let's play the game real quick. Anyway, Glock said on Twitter, Pluck animations being pretty much out of the game is major, and I don't see why people don't like it. Just because you have a high steal rating doesn't mean the game should give you canned Pluck steal animations frequently. A canned animation is where you're just stuck. Someone hits the button, you're just stuck, there's nothing you can do. Just like having a high ball handle won't always break a defender. High steal ratings will still get fast swipes and blitz animations. Mike Wang already confirmed that. Just going to take more skill to be a real defender this year and not rely on canned animations. Good lockdowns will be much more noticeable this year, and I'm here for it. We're going to see who really got stick. I like this a lot. We've talked about this, guys. I make, like this year, I have a 99 perimeter build, low steal on my 6'6 LT stopper. I get bumpy. I get real stops. I don't spam and try to get lucky. Now, look, I'm not saying that if you reach at the right time and you know a defender is going from his left side to the right side, you shouldn't get a steal. Nothing like that. We want both sides of the court to be fair and overpowered. In my opinion, 2K 19 was a good example of both sides being overpowered, and that made it to where every build was usable. Every play style was usable, okay? So I do like that this game is sounding more bumpy defense than just reaching and reaching every single play. That's the meta in 2K25. It's not about, I know when to reach. I reached through the ball and I didn't get a steal. No, in this game, 2K25 currently, you reach and you reach every single play. That's the meta. To not even play defense, but every play go for a steal. That's not real basketball at all. So I'm glad that the game is sounding more bumpy defensively than just reach, all day. We're going to really see who's actually good at defense. Now, this is important to keep in mind, something you might also want to screenshot. Because it said things to know when choosing a tall guard height when making your build. 6'6 gets both gold handles and gold lightning launch. Can specialize in playmaking, max +2 both to have both legend handles and lightning launch. Also higher speed with ball. 6'7 is 1 inch taller. It gets gold handles and silver lightning launch. Can specialize in playmaking, max +2 to have legend handles and Hall of Fame lightning launch. Also higher ball handle than 6'8. So in the middle. 6'8, you're taller. You get silver handles and silver lightning launch, so that's going to give you Hall of Fame in both more freely. You can use other max +2s more freely, like grabbing legend set shot, for example. 6'9, you're losing out on the good momentum cross animation at 85 ball handle, but keeps 75 speed with ball for the good dribble styles. Still gets all the good animations at 80 ball handle, but loses out on silver handles for days. Could max +2 this to gold still. Looking like you can't go wrong with any height this year, since the gameplay complements all heights this year. So just keep that in mind going in to 2K26, guys. All right? And remember, if you want a stream tomorrow, 5,000 likes. If not, just like in the first gameplay reveal when we didn't hit that goal, I will just make a video for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But the last like 3 times ever since, you guys, I guess most people understood that I'm not streaming if it doesn't hit that goal. You guys have destroyed it. And I'm just saying, I'm not like fetching for likes. Oh my God, I have to have as much likes as possible. I'm just going off if people really want to see it or not. Show me that you want to see it and I will be live for it. But guys, if you didn't see yesterday's video, click right here, tap right here. There's a lot of 2K26 news and information. The game is coming out soon. It might even save you money, just like some of the information did today. And I'm out of here. Peace.